good evening, morning, afternoon, whatever this is. And welcome to another unboxing. Now, I feel like this is a special unboxing because I've never had anything quite like this before. You've probably never even seen anything like this before. And just rather than do something typical like a cell phone unboxing or my new tablet unboxing, which I got right here, nice big old tablet from Samsung, that's not what I'm here for. All right. What I want to do an unboxing that kind of caters to my love of horror movies. Because let's face it, everyone loves a good scare. Otherwise, we wouldn't be playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Everybody loves a good scare. And, well, although this movie is far from scary and pretty tame to today's standards, well, when this movie came out, I wanted to see this movie more than anything. So when it finally reached video, I was renting this thing every week from the video store. Remember video stores? Remember that was a thing in the 90s and the 80s. Yes, let's not forget the 80s. Anyway, what I have an unboxing for is this. This is what it looks like from the sign, and it is the Blu-ray Steelbook for the movie Witchboard. Now, that's just a preview of what you're going to see, because that's what came on top of the box when I dug it out. And oh man, I'm excited about this because I've waited all my life to get this. Ever since I saw that movie, I've waited all my life to get this. And this is the box it comes in. Look at that. It's got the movie title right there, Witchboard. Ooh. Looks just like the film, doesn't it? Oh, but wait. We haven't even opened the box yet, and I'm already getting goosebumps. Okay, so the box has these two little metal hinges. 1, 2, right there, you see. And then we open it up, and the first thing we see is, yet another advertisement for the set. Now I got two. So, I guess one of them was because there's a barcode there, one of them is to scan it. Come on. One of them's to scan it, so I guess they stuck another one in here for good measure. But this... Okay, I'm going to hold this up. This is what this looks like. There's a piece of foam up here. You take the foam off, and bing, there is the board. That's the board. The movie replica Witchboard. The Ouija board that was in the movie. Look at how beautiful that is. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to put this box down for a moment and get a good eye on this board. It looks just like the movie. The board is about a half an inch thick, maybe about a quarter inch thick. About a quarter inch thick. I wouldn't say that's half an inch. Maybe that's, I don't know, about a quarter inch thick. And that's the back of the board. It's real wood. And oh my god, I've always wanted to get this design. You know, like I've seen it in the movie. I've rented it a countless times on video. I got several copies of it, DVD, Blu-ray. I mean, I'm a huge fan of this movie. And to get this Steelbox release of Witchboard with the movie the replica board in it is just something really special. That's just the board itself. Now let's take a look at what else we get. For underneath the board comes the planchette and the Steelbox movie. The planchette, let's take a look at this big guy, because the planchette looks very similar to what's in the film, only a bit shorter. But, oh my god, now that is one thick planchette. Look at how thick this thing is. That's about an inch thick. That's an inch thick, folks, right there. And, hello, there is the display window. Now, the only drawback to this is you really can't use this board with this planchette. Why? Because there's something missing on the bottom of this planchette to make it coast along the board. Because if you were to put this planchette on top of this board and use it, it's not gonna. It won't. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess it could, but this is not coated wood, and this is not coated wood either. I mean, it's really smooth, but it ain't coated. But I mean, you're going to have a hard time. I mean, this thing is heavy, and you're going to have a hard time trying to scoot this planchette all the way around the board to talk to spirits, which is why it's just a movie replica. I mean, you can use your own subconscious to use this Ouija board, and it'll work. But it's just your subconscious. Now, you could get some felt feet and stick them on the bottom of this, and that way it'll glide a lot easier on the board, so that way you can actually use this. But I want to keep this in its original condition, in the original form that it's in, and then just maybe, I don't know, use a different planchette other than this one. But you can get fancy planchettes like this off of eBay. I could easily get a planchette that looks just like this on eBay that you can use on a board. So I'm going to keep this planchette off to the side, but I'm going to keep this board handy, so in case I do get a planchette to use, I'm totally talking to David on here. Or will I get Malfador? Who knows? Who knows? I might get Malfador. Now, they say that this set is numbered, and I have not yet seen a number yet. Is there a number on here? No, there's no number. It's not numbered. All I see is a bunch of German words, which I'm not really that good with German, but I could just say the, let's see. Well, I'll just show you there for anybody who knows how to speak German. And it says Witchboard edition inclusive limitiertium Ouija board and media book. That's the top. And then down here you got the information on the movie. And they're limited to 666 releases. So there's only 666 of these in the world. And I got one of them. So I don't know where to find the number on this. I'll look for it later. But down here at the bottom you see Artikel Nummer DVD 6500WB. Now I know what that is. That's catalog number. Artikel number or article number. That's easy to figure out. And I'm not that very good with German, but I do speak Spanish, and Spanish and German, kind of similar-ish in the ways of conjugation and certain words. You can figure out what they mean in English just like you can in Spanish. Well, German is the same way. I can figure some of this out. Then on the bottom, carton equals. Now look at all those exclamation marks. Look at that. That's a warning right there. If you see that many exclamation marks on a sign or on a piece of like an advertisement, that's a warning right there. They're warning you about something. Carton equals Verpackungsgesenheit. I know I'm saying this wrong, okay? So leave me alone. I flunked German, okay? I took Spanish instead. Okay. Verpackungsgesenheit. Bitte nicht öffnen. And I have no idea what that means, folks, but it sounds serious. But just before we go and look for a number in this thing, before I pull up the Steelbook, let's go into Google Translate and let's just find out what that means. Okay, we're gonna take the words. We're gonna go to. Let's see. We're gonna translate this into E is for English. English down here. Okay, now we're going to go over here and select the translate from, and I'm going to select German. Okay, so Karton equal Verpackungseinheit. Bitte nicht öffnen. Oh, it is a warning. So apparently, now those of you that already know how to speak German already know what it means, and you're probably criticizing me on how I butchered the pronunciation down here. So Karton equals Verpackungseinheit. Bitte nicht öffnen. So apparently that means box equals packaging unit. Please do not open. Too late, I already opened it. But you knew I was going to open it anyway because that's the purpose of getting this package. To open it, right? I mean, why wouldn't you want to open it? I guess it's because it's warning you that there could be some kind of evil that's in this board. Malfador could easily haunt your Ouija board, but who knows? But this is the Blu-ray Steelbook to Witchboard, the Hexenfalle. That is the now I like this cover. I like this cover. You didn't get this cover here in the States. No, you know what cover we got in the States? I'll show you. That's our movie poster, folks. And this is the DVD cover. Isn't that too plain? Isn't that a plain DVD? Look at this DVD cover. I bet you that's not even Tawny Kitaen. I bet you. But the DVD does have some excellent inserts. You got to admit, that is one cool insert. Anyway, this, folks, look at this cover. Now, if you had a choice of watching this movie based on the cover, would you watch it looking at this cover? Or would you watch it looking at this one? Because if you look at this cover, you go, my God, that's got to be scary. You look at this cover and you're like, it's some girl using a Ouija board. Let's see. Do I dare open and uncover the plastic that's sealing this Blu-ray? Well, you know what they say. YOLO. Okay, so let's pop this guy open. This is maybe this is where you get the number. I don't know. No, this is just a Steelbook. I think it's got to be on the box somewhere, but I'll take a look. Anyway, there it is. Uncovered. Unplasticed. Oh, yeah, yep, see. There's that picture. There's that same picture. Now, this is, I think, yeah, this is the Blu-ray version right here. There's what looks like Tawny Kitaen, but it's hard to see because she's in the dark and she's using a Ouija board in a spotlight. Who does that? Who does that? But in the book, you got some really awesome. Oh my God! Look, where is this picture in the promotion? I have never seen this picture in the promotions of Witchboard before. God, that looks like a heavy metal album cover, doesn't it? Dude. Oh, man. I think David Coverdale should have done something like that when they were together. And then you have the entire... Now, all the text is in German, so forget about it. I am not reading this text, okay? Just bear with me. This is a lot of text in here. But I think it's basically how the movie came to be and how Kevin S. Tenney, who wrote the movie and directed it as his very first debut into directing, which, nice job, Kevin. If you're watching this, you've made me a total fan of your very first debut movie, and Witchboard 2, Devil's Doorway, loved it. Witchboard 3, The Possession, maybe not so. But the first two movies, fantastic. Kevin S. Tenney has done other movies as well. But this one here always brings back the best of memories. Look, there's another shot of Tawny Kitaen in dream sequence. This is her dream sequence here. And then there's a shot of Lloyd's funeral right down here. And I don't want to give any spoilers to the movie, but there's a funeral scene. And that is where Tawny Kitaen, Linda Brewster and her boyfriend Jim met Lieutenant Dewhurst for the first time. And Lieutenant Dewhurst has been hot on their trail ever since that funeral. But yeah, you got to watch this movie. There's a scene in the graveyard with Brandon. He's looking for Jim. That's in Big Bear, California, which I think might have been shot on location. I'll have to do some digging. Oh, there we go. A shot of Tawny Kitaen in fear because whom she thinks is David, the spirit of David, actually is Malfador terrorizing her, and she's up against the wall with a look of fear like that. Look at that. So I am loving the pictures in this book. I mean, if anything, I could just look at the... Oh, here it is. Here is the ultimate picture in this book. This is Zarabeth, or Sarah Crawford, aka Zarabeth, the psychic in the movie, after she flew out of her window being cut on her neck with a hatchet. And this is her last gasp of breath before she dies while being impaled on her sundial in the yard outside. What a great photograph to have in this book. Are you getting more and more enticed into watching this movie if you haven't seen this movie yet? I for one, if I've never seen this movie before and I was looking at these pictures, I'd be like, damn, pop that thing on. Let's watch it. But I've seen it a million, zillion, bazillion times. I can memorize the movie frontwards, backwards, upside down, and standing on my head. So I don't need to see the movie to see how cool it is. I already know. Oh, yes. There she is. There's a shot of Connie Contain. That's the one. She looks kind of cute when she's dangerous holding an axe like that. Or no, that's a poker. That's a fireplace. That's a poker that you use in a fireplace. No, it wasn't an axe. It was a poker because she already used her hatchet when Jim came through the door and, stuck it in the door. But no, this is a poker. Anyway. That is Tawny Contain after being possessed by the spirit of Malfador. And then very last page. Oh, yes. A beautiful shot of the Witchboard as it is being hacked with said hatchet. Love these pictures. Love it, love it, love it. And even the back picture here has something sort of reminiscent to the movie poster in the States, here in the U.S. But it's not the same picture. I kind of like, in comparison to this picture from the original movie poster, I like the original movie poster from the U.S. more than this because, well, I know what they were going with, I know what they were trying to do, but it was like, just use the movie poster, I mean, you are allowed to use it, I think. And then there's the DVD part. Okay. So that is the Steelbook of Witchboard, Die Hexenfalle. And this is the quote-unquote Steelbook, even though it's not really steel. It's kind of like, like hardened cardboard and plastic. But they were going with the Steelbook motif, and so there you have it. But I do love what they did with this cover. This is an insanely good-looking cover. And then, yeah, if you look closely, there's the back of the box right there. And you can see several of the shots that you say this one in the book. This one was in the book. And this one was in the book. This one wasn't in the book, but it should have been. It's the picture of Malfador in I'm going by the actress's name, in Linda Brewster's dream sequence. She gets her head chopped off by Malfador, and this is the shot. And they should have totally put that in the book. That would have been awesome. Maybe they did put it in the book and I passed it. Maybe I passed that page. I don't know. Because they had to have put it in there someplace if they put it on the back. And they have 2 out of 3 pictures that are in the back but not in the book. I don't know. Maybe. No, I showed them all. I showed all the pictures. Yeah, that's all of them. Yeah, so that's one of the shots, I guess, that they didn't put in the book, but they put on the back of the movie box. But anyway, it is what it is. And it is a great film. And this is a great box. I love this box. Box is made out of, what is this, pine? Oak? Pine? I think it's pine. It smells like pine. And it does have a very strong wooden smell to it. Turn the box over. No number. I don't see a number anywhere. Just see a lot of wood grain. This stuff is so cool. This is cool. All right. Let me flip this back open. You know what? I bet you it's probably underneath all of this felt. So I'm going to carefully remove the felt bottom and see if I can find a number. And no number there, no number there. So we don't know what release number this is because there is no number to be found. Now, if there was something released that's a limited edition like this, wouldn't it have been wise to number them all to see how far along you were as a purchaser of this product from the very last one made, which was 666? There's the planchette. And what a thick planchette. I mean, if you were to use this planchette with this board, I mean, you would have to sit directly over the board and look into the hole as if you were peeking in a well. Because that's what it is like, looking into a well. And you stop at a letter and you have to like hold it up and look real deep inside. That's an F. Oh, okay. And that is an O. Okay, yeah, then go to yes. And no, I'm definitely getting a different planchette. I'm not using this one. But, I mean, it could go along the board, but you'd have to have fingers the strength of the Hulk in order to push this planchette on this board without your fingers slipping off of it. I mean, it's that heavy. You can't use this planchette with this board. It's just a replica. It's just something to look at. But what a collection, folks. I am in awe. I am in total awe. So if I ever meet Kevin S. Tenney or any of the actors from the movie, with the exception of Tawny Kintane, who sadly passed away a couple of years ago, but if I ever meet any of the other actors from the movie and the directors, Kevin S. Tenney, if I ever meet you, I am having you sign this. And I'm going to keep it as one of my prized possessions. And that is going to stay with me. It's probably going to be buried with me. I'm not going to let this go over to anybody else. This is going to be buried with me. But that is that. That is my unboxing. And this top felt piece will go back on top to protect the board. Now, I have to make sure that I get the top piece back on so that I can close this box. And now it's ready to be used. So, like I said, I'm getting a different planchette. I'm not even going to use the planchette it came with. I'm going to keep that inside the box. But what I am going to do is I'm going to look for an alternative planchette and just use it. Because, first of all, if you're going to make a Ouija board, you have to have a lightweight planchette. Otherwise, if it's too heavy, it's not going to go anywhere. And the whole point is to have something that can move easily across the board. And if it's too heavy, that thing ain't going nowhere. Unless you really do get a Ouija board that is possessed by an evil spirit who has the strength to keep both your fingers on the planchette and to keep that planchette moving across the board. Otherwise, it's one or the other. Either the planchette's not going to go or your fingers aren't going to go. One or the other. But there it is. My Ouija board, my Witchboard unboxing. So, I hope you all enjoyed. Oh, I forgot to put my warning, do not open packaging unit warning inside. Let me put that in there real quick because I got two. But anyway, yes. So hopefully everybody enjoyed my little unboxing, and I must say that this has got to be one of the most unique unboxings I have ever filmed. But you gotta love this. I mean, so good to own a copy of this. Like, one of my lifetime goals have been achieved with this box. And I know I'm setting my goal way too low for some people to see, but you got to understand, I've been a fan of this film ever since it came out. And that was when? 1985? 86. Yeah, so this came out in, 1986, I believe. Yeah, 1986, I think. Wait, when year did this come out? I think it was 86. Yeah, it was 86. December 31st, 1986. How many years ago was that? I got to do some math now. 86, 96, 2006, 16, 26, 24, 23. So, 37 years ago. This movie is 37 years old. God. I remember like it was yesterday, folks, when it first came out on VHS. And a younger version of myself was walking over to the video store to rent it, and then watching it end to end, end to end, end to end. When it was done, I would rewind it and watch it again, and rewind it and watch it again. I watched the heck out of this movie, and like every week I would rent it. If I didn't find anything else to rent, I would always go to Witchboard. But yeah, what a great movie. And I know a lot of people might have mixed emotions about this movie. Me, I loved it. So, that is my unboxing. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. And now I leave you to your own regular lives and your own livelihoods, in hopes that you find what you're looking for at the end of your rainbow. Because at the end of mine, it's a Ouija board. And I finally got it. So, take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time.